Hi everyone, it's Gardener Ellie here, and today I am at Kennedy Longfellow School, and I thought that we could take a little peek into the garden shed to see what types of tools and simple machines that we can find and that we use right here in the garden. So come along with me and let's go and see what sort of things we can find. So this is the garden shed here at Kennedy Longfellow. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what sort of tools we use here in the garden. So here are a bunch of tools lying against the wall of the shed. And I wonder, what do you think these tools are for? And what sort of simple machine do they remind you of? And we can take a closer look. And I'm curious to know what you think these tools are for. And something I notice is that they are all on a very long pole, and then there's all these prongs at the ends. And something that I like to use this in the garden for is to help rake and till the soil. And for me, it really helps to break up the roots as well as introduce some air into the soil. But I wonder how else we can use these tools in the garden. Here is another tool that I found in the garden, and I wonder if you have any ideas about how this one is used. And it has 4 different shapes, but they all look very square or diamond to me. And some of them are bigger and some are smaller. And I'm curious what your ideas are on how this simple machine might be used and how it might be similar or different from other tools and simple machines that you have used before. So this is actually a water key, and this shape here fits in with here, and we're able to turn the water on and off. And I wonder if looking here, if you notice any other simple machines and any other tools that you maybe recognize. What about this tool or simple machine? And where have you seen something like this before? And what sort of simple machine group do you think this is part of? And even looking here, how do you think this machine works? What about this simple machine? How might this one work? And what sort of simple machine group is it part of? If I take a step back, maybe that helps you get a better idea of how this machine is used. Here is another machine in the shed, and judging by all those cobwebs that I see, it hasn't been used in a while. But what sort of machine do you think this is? And what does it remind you of? And where have you maybe seen some parts of this machine before? So I notice that it has a bit of a crank. And if I turn it, I wonder what happens. And I wonder if you have any machines at home that look kind of similar. So we use a lot of different types of simple machines and tools here in the garden. And I kind of wonder if a lot of the tools we use here are really similar to tools that you might even be able to find in your household. And I'm really curious to know what sort of similarities and what sort of differences that you observed between the tools here and tools that maybe you are familiar with. And I'm really excited to hear about all your different observations and to know a little bit more about what sort of tools that you use. And I will see you all in our next lesson. Bye, everyone.